GiantsMorgan's iconic homer exemplified Giants-Dodgers rivalry. The game meant nothing in the standings to the Giants, but everything in their hearts. That's the beauty of rivalries, that's the greatness of every Giants vs. Dodgers game. Joe Morgan, who started his path to the Baseball Hall of Fame on the playgrounds of Oakland as a child, died Sunday at 77 years old at his home in Danville. His cause of death was non-specified polyneuropathy. He forever will live in baseball immortality. The same goes for his final at-bat in a Giants uniform. On October 3, 1982, the final day of the season, the Giants and Los Angeles Dodgers squared off one final time that year at Candlestick Park. With no wild card teams, the Giants already were out of the running for the playoffs. The Dodgers, however, would be crowned NL West champions over the Atlanta Braves by beating the Giants. A 21-year-old Fernando Valenzuela was coming off a NL Cy Young season the year before and was handed the ball by Dodgers manager Tommy Lasorda to propel his team to the postseason. Valenzuela struck out 9 Giants and only allowed 2 earned runs through 6 innings, but he also walked 5 batters and Lasorda was forced to turn to his bullpen in the bottom of the 7th inning. After Tom Niedenfuer gave up 2 hits and struck out 1, Lasorda turned to lefty Terry Forster, who immediately struck out Jim Wohlford. Then came the 5'7" Morgan, having turned 39 years old 2 weeks prior, to the plate with 2 outs and the score tied at 2 runs apiece. Morgan wasn't the player he once was. He no longer was MVP, an all-star or Gold Glove second baseman. Throughout that whole season, though, he proved he can still pack a punch and went on to win his only Silver Slugger award that year. And he saved his knockout punch for the Dodgers. After falling behind in a 2-1 count, Morgan hammered a line shot over Rick Monday's head, over the right field fence and just to the right of Juan Marichal's retired No. 27 jersey. The Giants took a 5-2 lead and Morgan became an instant Giants legend with 1 swing and 2 seasons in orange and black. San Francisco went on to win the season finale, 5-3. Bob Brenly threw his arms up and walked from third base to home plate as he watched the blast go over the wall. Every single Giants player greeted Morgan outside of the dugout. There were hugs, high fives and the perfect sense of not knowing what to do. Frank Robinson's Giants went 87-75 that season, 1 game worse than the Dodgers. That's not what fans remember. What they remember is the Dodgers' 88 wins being 1 fewer than the Braves' 89 thanks to mighty Joe Morgan's rocket that had 47,457 fans crammed into Candlestick Roar into oblivion as if the World Series had come early to San Francisco. Rivalries bring the best and the worst out of us. Far too often, it falls on the latter. In this case, it was the absolute best, down to the very definition.